first time since 2017, 2018. As we've talked about the bigger goals for you guys, what does reaching 50 mean?
It's an accomplishment for sure. Winning 50 games in the NBA is not easy. The NBA season is long, it's grueling, it's difficult, it's emotional. But being able to have a group of guys that commit themselves to the team, no matter the circumstances, the selflessness, with all the other things that they have going on in the world, for them to sacrifice and move those things to the side and just continue to focus on the team and do whatever it takes to continue to build a team. And, for us, we were not a repeat project, right? This was a new group, different dynamics. And again, individuals who decided to just continue to sacrifice, buy into what we do on both sides of the ball, and care more about the team than themselves. And, to get to 50 wins with a group like that, those guys are deserving of a round of applause and our respect and appreciation.
And then going off that, you also clinched home court advantage for the playoffs as, again, kind of a bigger picture. What does home court advantage mean for you guys? Especially with so many guys experiencing the playoffs for the first time?
Well, it's a level of comfort for sure. To be able to open a new experience in your building in front of your fans where, I believe we have the best fans in the league. I've seen playoff games, in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and I know how electric that crowd is and our fans are going to be. So for our guys who will be experiencing it for the first time, there is that level of comfort and having, that team, that support, and helping you get off to a great start in a playoff series where every game matters.
And then Donovan scored his fourth consecutive 40-point game, and then this is 13th this season. I know we've talked about his impact, but especially just in this stretch with a lot on the line for you guys, like heading into the playoffs, what has he just meant for this group?
He dominated the game tonight, and there's no other way to put it. There was no answer for Donovan Mitchell tonight. And again, I keep, praising the fact that there's no such thing as an empty number for Donovan, right? There's no such thing as, shots for shot's sakes. All of his shots, all of his plays have meaning. And, again, at that point in time, the defense knows where the ball is going. But, he has the ability to make the play. And, when you have a guy who can carry you in the biggest of moments, it gives you a chance no matter what.
Joe, you guys had Coach, can you talk about the two blocks that Jarrett had midway through the fourth quarter to change the whole complexion?
Yeah, we've missed Jarrett and trying to work him back and work on his minutes restrictions and all those things. But, again, he is one of the unsung heroes of our team. He's not a guy that's trying to put himself out in front of everybody, but he knows how much we depend on him. And our group, coaching staff included, has the ultimate belief in Jarrett Allen. He is the eraser. We make a mistake, and he's that guy that's going to be there that recovers and covers for everybody else on the floor. And the guys know that. Sometimes to a fault, but they know when Jarrett Allen's on the floor, there's a sense of trust, being safe because you have that guy that's there that he's going to support you and take care of the paint. And then the guys feed off of that. They feed off of his energy, they feed off of his personality, and it excites our team and we get going.
And then, Evan, we talked so much about his defensive abilities. It's great. This is the fourth straight game without him committing a single turnover. Eighth straight game with at least 3 assists. How efficient has he been just in this last stretch?
He makes the game easy, and it's not that it's difficult, that it's not difficult, excuse me, but he just makes the right play. And instead of trying to force something, he plays the game with absolute purity. And whatever the right play is, he just makes the simple, easy right play, and that's a gift. And that's why, he is so safe with the ball and he's so valuable with the ball in his hands.
And then can I go off with Chris asked you pregame, do you have a plan in place now that you've clinched?
We do have a plan in place, and we'll share that at a later time.
Gotcha.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
I'm just wondering, Orlando had something to play for tonight, right? Because they were still mathematically available to make the playoffs. You guys playing on the road, loud crowd, very enthusiastic as you talked about in the pre-show thing. How important was it to play a close game on the road going into a potential 7-game series in the first round of playoffs?
I mean, it's a great experience for us. Being able to play again in adverse environment where, you don't have that support we were just talking about. Playing against a really good basketball team, a really well-coached team, individuals who can create so many problems because of their matchups. And, again, being in a close game and having to make the right decision down the stretch where every possession is valuable. That translates to playoff basketball. So this was a great test for us, and I thought our guys did a great job of passing it.
Sure, I'll try. Chris Vitor, Cleveland.com. What does 50 wins mean to you?
I mean, again, it's an organizational thing. Winning 50 games in the NBA is extremely difficult to do. It's even more difficult to do with a group that's not a repeat group. It's even more difficult to do when you look at your starting lineup and the guys who get the majority of your minutes, have the years of experience that our young guys have here. You look around the league and you see battle-tested, veteran-tested, playoff experienced teams that didn't accomplish what this young group accomplished. And I'm telling you, people do not understand how difficult this league is. Everybody's looking for instant gratification and everybody win every game right away. That's not the reality of the NBA. That's not the reality of team sports. So for a group of guys, to find the commitment to each other, and you think about young teams historically, they're still playing for their own thing, right? They're playing for their own extension, their own brand, or whatever it may be. Our guys have, passed that in a way because of their selflessness that they don't care about those things, right? Those things are always on the sideline. The most important thing to this group is each other and the sacrifices that they're willing to make for one another. And to get to 50 wins with a group like that, there's so much respect and appreciation that I have for them and we have for them as a coaching staff.
You coached Harden, now you're coaching Donovan. Tonight, Donovan, with his 4th straight 40-point game, he's one away from what Harden did when he had 5 in a row. I know they're different players, but is there a commonality that you see between them that allows you to understand why they're such great scorers?
Yeah, I mean, they are different in the way that they go about it, right? But the first thing is they are extremely attack-minded, and the defense is always on their heels, right? They never allow the defense to dictate what they're going to do, so now the defense is always guessing. They have the ability to make shots from every level on the floor. They have the versatility to play catch and shoot, to play off of screens, to play pick and roll, to create those shots. But there is an efficiency to their game, right? Their understanding of shot selection and when. They do value the 3-point shot, but understand when the game is on the line, the more efficient shot is the 2-point shot. So they have a high-level understanding of, the intricacies of offensive basketball, and they expose people, who aren't as aware as they are.
Have you sensed anything different with Donovan with the playoffs around the corner?
One of the people, that I talked to about Donovan before he arrived said to me, he's going to be really good all season, but just wait till April. And I think this is, that coming to fruition.
Who?
I won't tell you that.
Last one, Kelsey.
Following up on something you said about with the changes to this team, obviously coming in this year, being a young team, at what point this season did you kind of really see this as a potential? Okay, you see the selflessness of the guys, you see how they're playing together, and it kind of all sort of click, and then you saw the vision of this pulling out.
When we started the season the way that we did, you saw what we could be capable of, right? I think a lot of people in that moment jumped the gun because it came so easy. And, again, there's so many things that happen during an NBA season that impact team. And you don't win in the NBA if you are not a team, right? So dealing with success is just as difficult as dealing with adversity. And how do you handle those things, one and the same? Our guys, started out with 8-1 and then lost 5 games in a row, but nothing ever wavered in their belief and commitment to one another. So as soon as we had that 5-game losing streak, as coaches, we knew just how good this team could be. There are new tests that we're going to face, and that'll be fun, to go through that with this group. Playoff basketball is different, and we all are aware of that. But when you look at this regular season, this has been a massive success for us. And, again, we're not done. And we're looking forward to the next part of this. But, to win 50 games in the NBA is an accomplishment for sure.